Hey Geek family, we're back. This time we're going to check out some movie clips from the movie Gandhi. And I'm Nathan.
I'm Rachel. Trinity.
Troy. Jordan.
Yeah, today October 2nd for you guys. It's still October 1st here, but October 2nd for you all is Gandhi's birthday. So we wanted to go ahead and do something for that, and so we had request or suggestion to check out, because none of us here, I believe, unless you have ever seen the Gandhi movie starring Ben Kingsley.
I have not, no.
I have not seen it. I've been wanting to see it for a long time. I've just never have gotten around, because I'm a big Ben Kingsley fan.
Yes, he's an amazing actor.
And so there are several real quick movie clips that we're going to check out. But real quick, before we do, just want to say thank you guys again so much for all your support in the channel. And if you can hit that like and subscribe, followed by that little notification bell. Bing!
Dong.
There we go. That's what we were waiting for. And just in case anybody is not familiar with Gandhi, just going to do a real quick history lesson. Real quick, literally. So I'm sure most of you are probably aware that he was a freedom fighter. Against the British, because they were occupying India. Gandhi got his basic education in the state of Gujarat and left London to study law in the year 1888, where he graduated from the University College in London. Let's see. Then he was called to the Bar of London in 1892 and was a famous advocate. Upon his return to Bombay from London, he got a call from a merchant in South Africa to fight for a case. Let's see, he took up the case and landed in South Africa in 1893. Upon his arrival, though, he was amazed by the racism from the British, which was far worse, he says, in South Africa. And the first scene we're going to start off with, it involves where he boarded a train to meet the merchant, and he bought his first class ticket. But first class was only for whites, and evidently he was kicked off. And at which point he found that the insult was so bad, and that started his fight against the British Empire. So, but let's go ahead and start with this first clip. This one is the Gandhi movie clip, "Thrown Off the Train."
Tell me, do you think about hell? No, neither do I. But this man here is a Christian, and he's written that in order to believe.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, sir. How long have you been in South Africa?
A week.
I don't know how you got a ticket.
Just what are you doing in this car, Colleen?
I have a ticket. A first-class ticket.
How did you get out of it?
I sent for it in the post. I'm an attorney, and I didn't have time.
There are no colored attorneys in South Africa. Go and sit where you belong.
I'll take your luggage back, sir.
No. Just a moment, please. You see? Mohandas K. Gandhi, attorney at law. I'm on my way to Pretoria to conduct a case for an Indian trading firm.
Didn't you hear me? There are no colored attorneys in South Africa.
Sir, I was called to the bar in London and enrolled at the High Court of Chancery. I am, therefore, an attorney. And since I am, in your eyes, colored, I think we can deduce that there is at least one colored attorney in South Africa.
Smart bloody Kaffir. Throw him.
Just move your black ass back to third class.
Good
Or I'll have you
Lord.
thrown over the next station.
But I always go first class. I've traveled all...
God dang it.
Oh my god.
Look at that jerk.
I'd smack him in the face.
Holy moly, man! Watching stuff like that in movies just irritates the crap out of you. To see stuff like that done to people, because he was being so nice and courteous about the whole thing, even when they were kind of being jerks about it. He was still kind of, still being nice and polite, which is the good thing to do. But back then, a very different time, unfortunately. So Yeah, that was pretty harsh. What'd you guys think of that clip?
Oh, my blood's boiling. No.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. No.
Jordan would have, but that's not what Gandhi was about.
Jordan, like the second
about
that guy,
fighting like
the
that.
second that guy would have
I'm
said,
fighting
what he
physically,
said, Jordan probably would attack him.
mentally, and all.
It kind of makes you wonder later in life if those, the ones who were kind of responsible for that didn't kind of get their comeuppance or eat their own words later on once they
God, I hope.
once
so.
they realized like, oh, that's the guy we threw off our train. You know,
They probably tucked their tail and ran.
yeah, hopefully.
I would hope that they got their comeuppance. That's for sure.
So the next clip we're going to check out is for, it's just called Room for Us All. So we'll check it out and see what it's about.
My name's Charlie Andrews. I've come from India. I've read a great deal about you.
Some of it good, I hope. You care to walk? You're a clergyman.
Yes, I met some remarkable people in India, and when I read what you were doing here, I wanted to help. Does that surprise you?
Not anymore. At first, I was amazed, but when you're fighting in a just cause, people seem to pop up, like you, right out of the pavement. Even when it's dangerous or...
Hey, look what's coming. A white shepherd leading a brown Sammy.
Perhaps we should,
Doesn't the New Testament say if your enemy strikes you on the right cheek, offer him the left?
Well, I think perhaps the phrase was used metaphorically. I don't think that...
I'm not so sure. I have thought about it a great deal, and I suspect he meant you must show courage. Be willing to take a blow, several blows, to show you will not strike back, nor will you be turned aside. And when you do that, it calls on something in human nature, something that makes his hatred for you decrease and his respect increase. I think Christ grasped that, and I have seen it work. Good morning.
Get off the pavement, you bloody coon.
Yeah. Get off.
Gaffer.
Alan, what's he doing?
Nothing.
Come out where I can see you.
Mama's calling you.
I said, what you doing?
We were just trying to clean up the neighborhood a little.
You're late for work already. I thought you'd gone 10 minutes ago. Get on!
You'll find there's room for us all.
Hey, put them in their place.
That was lucky.
I thought you were a man of God.
I am, but I'm not so egotistical as to think he plans his day around my dilemmas.
Oh, dang.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's just, can I just say right off the bat, that the racist actor looked very familiar.
That's what I'm thinking.
Was that Daniel Day-Lewis?
I'm thinking that's him.
Can we look that up real quick?
I'm looking it up. I have to know. Yes.
It was him. Oh, it must have been
Oh my
early on in his
Who's
career.
that?
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Day-Lewis.
Let me see what he looks
He's
like
like
now.
a super good actor.
And what?
He's been
Like I said,
Last of the Mohicans, My Left
My
Foot.
Let me
Left
see what he
Foot.
looks like now.
There Will Be Blood.
Doesn't ring a bell.
None of these people have any class here. No.
No.
How can we be that bad of parents to not
But-
let them know who he is?
But for him to, yeah, that must have been early on in his career, and he was playing one racist dude. But you know, it's just one of those things where it kind of shows you, at least from the movie, Gandhi's mindset and courage too, because it would take. Even the preacher was like, let's go around this way. I'm not gonna lie, you kind of get in those situations. You're like, those dudes look kind of iffy. Why don't I just go around this way and not even take the chance? It's like, no, you got to show your courage and everything.
Yeah.
And then you gotta hope and pray that their mom comes out the window yelling.
that was awesome.
So this next clip, second to last clip, is called "Not My." Well, it's right there in my face. I don't know. I'm looking at the phone. "Not My Obedience." Let's check this clip out.
Why obedience?
Let's see him roast.
There is no cause for which I am prepared to kill. Whatever they do to us, we will attack no one, kill no one, but we will not give our fingerprints, not one of us. They will imprison us, they will fine us, they will seize our possessions, but they cannot take away our self-respect if we do not give it to them.
Have you been to prison? They beat us and torture us. I say that we...
I am asking you to fight. To fight against their anger, not to provoke it. We will not strike a blow, but we will receive them, and through our pain, we will make them see their injustice, and it will hurt, as all fighting hurts. But we cannot lose. We cannot. They may torture my body, break my bones, even kill me. Then they will have my dead body, not my obedience. We are Hindu and Muslim, children of God, each one of us. Let us take a solemn oath in His name that, come what may, we will not submit to this law.
That was a pretty powerful scene.
Yeah.
That gave me goosebumps when he gave the line. They'll have my dead body, but they'll never have my obedience.
Yeah.
That was very, very strong words. Very strong words there. We got one more clip.
It absolutely completely bothers me. The ignorance and the stupidity and the hate was shown towards another human being. You know, it's like, what purpose does it serve?
It's a thing called power.
It's not, but that's the thing, it's not power. You're not giving yourself any power.
They're just racist.
Well, it's not just the racism.
It's just because he's brown and has knowledge and he's a leader.
Right, but what I'm saying
let's go ahead and watch. Let's watch. Well, let's watch the last clip, and then we can kind of delve a little bit more into it. The last clip we're going to check out is titled "It Is Time You Left."
It is our view that matters have gone beyond legislation. We think it is time you recognized that you are masters in someone else's home. Despite the best intentions of the best of you, you must, in the nature of things, humiliate us to control us. General Dyer is but an extreme example of the principle. It is time you left.
With respect, Mr. Gandhi, without British administration, this country would be reduced to chaos.
Mr. Kinnock, I beg you to accept that there is no people on earth who would not prefer their own bad government to the good government of an alien power.
Oh, my dear sir, India is British. We're hardly an alien power.
Mr. Gandhi, even if His Majesty could waive all other considerations, he has a duty to the millions of his Muslim subjects who are a minority in this realm. And experience suggests that his troops and his administration are essential in order to secure the peace.
All nations contain religious minorities. Like other countries, ours will have its problems. But they will be ours, not yours.
How do you propose to make them yours? You don't think we're just going to walk out of India?
Yes. In the end, you will walk out. Because 100,000 Englishmen simply cannot control 350 million Indians if those Indians refuse to cooperate. And that is what we intend to achieve. Peaceful, non-violent, non-cooperation, till you yourself see the wisdom of leaving, Your Excellency.
Ooh.
Hey, how you do it?
Ooh, in your face. Yeah, that must. That was one thing that always struck me about that movie is how closely Kingsley resembled Gandhi, at least from the pictures. You know, I remember seeing in school and stuff like that. You know, because we did learn about Gandhi and all that growing up in school and everything. So, yeah, that was. I want to see the movie even more now.
Me too.
But also a part of me, because again, this is a Hollywood movie, and a part of me wonders, and you guys can answer this for us and let us know how close this is to the actual life and story of Gandhi, and how it was received over there. Is Gandhi a movie that you guys kind of hold up as like, hey, this is a great movie? It was very, Ben Kingsley very, what's the word?
Very well
Portrayed?
Portrayed is. I was about to say.
Hey, I said it first.
Portrayed Gandhi. Yeah, because that's really the only Gandhi movie I can think of ever
So you're basically asking if he basically did a good job portraying him, or if the movie is just a bunch of bullcrap.
Into the movie portray the real life of Gandhi, relatively quick. Because like we've mentioned in other videos, movies do take liberties and stuff like that. But sometimes they're pretty close. And I do want to see this movie. I have for years, and that just makes me even want to see it more. How closely you guys feel that it was to the true story, but yeah, and that was something else too. Growing up, is I didn't know, like for some reason I didn't think he was as old as he was, or like as old as he was during the time everything was going on, because it has his birthday of 1869. He died in 1948, which is just just a year after the British.
And the British left in 47.
47, so. He lived long enough to get that.
Died in peace.
Be able to see that, yeah. What do you guys all think about? I mean, I don't know how much they still teach about Gandhi in school.
It looked like a good movie.
Maybe you just got.
He kind of the way how he was like non-violent attacking, kind of. He kind of reminded me of Martin Luther. How
I was just about to say that.
Martin Luther King
protesting, but non-violently.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's where he had learned it from, was from Gandhi, and the way to the way to protest and get your
message across.
Yeah, non-violently, because if you use violence, then that's just going to beget violence, sort of thing, and it's just going to make it harder for you to get your point.
More violence creates more violence.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Troy, do they still
teach about Gandhi?
Teach about Gandhi in school, or do you guys remember?
Yeah, they taught. I remember reading about.
I remember learning about him in history.
Did you learn about Gandhi in history?
Like history class?
I never knew Gandhi.
What? Wow. Like we said the other day, they just dropped off of our, after our generation, they just dropped off with everything.
What grade were you guys in?
To be fair, we still are.
I was like, I learned about them, I think, in middle school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, if you're not in...
learned about them on several different occasions, like middle school, high school.
Well, you still have a chance then, if you're only in the 1600s right now in history.
Yeah, because we're still talking about the French Revolution.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully they'll teach you about Gandhi.
But yeah, growing up, you'd always heard about peaceful protesting, nonviolent way in which he protested, and him being a big figure of in India, and that's something else too. I like to know is he really is he a well beloved figure to this day in India? Is he still well respected, and do people still think kindly on them and stuff like that? Because sometimes time has a tendency to lose some of that grandeur that somebody held at some point, or throughout history or throughout time, some other stuff comes out about people and they're like, oh well, he did this, he was good. You hear this a lot. Yeah, he did good things, but he did this, or yeah, that was good, but this. And
I thought it was the clips that we saw were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he was peaceful. I think that's more effective than the violent way to do things.
It just shows yourself as being better. Not so much better, but
not like better, like I'm better than you, but like you're more level-headed, mature.
Yeah.
You have the right mindset. You have good intentions. So he basically killed them with kindness.
He was more of a grown-up than they were.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Sorry about my voice, y'all.
And it's another thing too, is when you see somebody, and again I'm just going off of the clip in the movie from the train. When you see somebody so kind-hearted and everything, sort of like, oh, like I'm in first. Yeah, I have a ticket. It's right here. Well, you're not supposed to be in first class because of how you look. It's like no, I'm you know, and I'm a lawyer too. It's like there's no lawyers of your color here. It's like, well, no, I'm right here. It's like, and he was being so nice and everything. And just the pure hatred that they still can hold, and they can't. That's something I've never understood is somebody's ability to be so hateful to somebody because of their skin color or something like that. Because they didn't ask to be born that way. Like, they didn't ask to be born that race. They didn't get asked to be born that gender or whatever. It's sort of like, so you're gonna get mad for somebody who they had absolutely no control over how they ended up when they were born. That's extremely. I've always found that extremely ridiculous. I don't understand it at all.
But you do have control over being a jerk and being racist.
That's true.
Or sexist. Or.
You said that.
Sexist.
Sexist.
I didn't know what that word was for a second.
That one scene where the guy had to be super racist.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that because I can't. It makes me really uncomfortable.
Well, why would you?
Why are you looking at me?
He's looking at everyone.
He keeps.
Well, why would you even?
No, like if I was if I was.
He's saying if he was an actor and that was his part of the movie.
I was the actor. I wouldn't be able to do that because it made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've heard of people like some people actors like they wanted them to do something like similar, and like people like just.
Well, you got to remember too. In that case, he understands. I'm assuming Daniel Day-Lewis understands that
they're telling us
he's telling a story that it needs to be told like that in order to get across the point that the movie's trying to make. Right. But we wanted to go ahead and just put out a little bit of a video. This way was a chance for us to get a little bit of knowledge and seeing it done in a way through Ben Kingsley portraying. But as far as I know, I've never heard anything bad about his portrayal on it, or I've never heard anybody say that the Gandhi movie was way off of what the real story was. So, but yeah, we just wanted to put that out there, and definitely going to check that out. Let us know if there's maybe some. I'm sure there's a lot of good documentaries out there about Gandhi. Let us know some good ones that might be worth checking out. And so yeah, I just want to once again tell you all thank you so much for all your love and support. You guys continue to be amazing. So thank you guys. Love you.
No, I thought you were talking about the one that already came out. Chances like making out with Trinity.
That would have impaled me straight in the eyeball. I would have been dead.